Hello people, today I have with us the M.S.G model support goods, number 11. I believe this is the heavy weapon set. This one is called the Killer Beak, and if you look at it, it's easy to see why. Forgive me, I have some white paint on my hands, but let's go ahead and cover this awesome looking model kit. So this guy is one of the M.S.G model series. This one, small enough to put in your collection, but big enough to stand out amongst the rest. It is meant to be an accessory for your mechas, your vehicles, whatever you'd like, but it does have a standalone feature. Kind of looks like a mosquito with that little beak here, this big gun, and these little feet. It's a pretty cool looking unit if I do say so, but it is readily meant to come apart and attach to your mechs. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm going to go ahead and start with the high-grade Gundam. Alright, so like I said, starting off with this guy, you can see this large-size rifle. Fits really good in his hand, but it doesn't fit exactly square. You will need to modify the handle in order for it to work with a high-grade Gundam. It's not terrible, but they do split apart very easily on that hand, and as you can see, it will stress that out just a bit there. Mine is modified so that the back section fits really tightly and it won't come off, but your mileage may vary depending on the size of the hands. This is a rather small one, so if you had a larger one, maybe like a Zaku, that might work fine. But the wings here on the back look pretty good. I happen to like that, so we're going to go on to the next one. Alright, and this is my heavily modified Alto from 30-minute missions. We got the wings in the back, we got the wings on the hips, and we replaced the legs onto the hips for this guy. Just a small flight unit, or a flight-capable unit, with the gun mounted to his arm, and I happen to like it. Alright, and here you see Killer Beak's main attraction here to me, and that is that its head is easily replaceable to the frame arm series, and this one is a very, very cool looking head, if I do say so myself. Of course, his wings are a little heavy and pulled down on that joint right here at the waist, which is one of the weak points of these frame arms kits. Let's see if I can get see, that's what I mean. That is one of the problems that I have with this particular kit. That is only one poly cap in there, and it holds all of the weight from that upper side to the lower. You can see here I mounted the gun to his arm. It is a little obvious. You can do it in different ways. You can actually use these here to clip onto that instead of plugging it in like that, but because I am doing this for a review video, I'm not going to bother taking all these parts apart just to do that one thing. Let's go ahead and go on to the next one. Here we have Architect wearing it, and as you see, I lowered this to her lower back instead of in the middle here, and of course she can hold that rifle with ease. I've had a small issue with the rifle where you're supposed to have the back section be able to... Oop, she's fallen over. I need to really revise her joints because they're a little bit used up, and that's just me. But I did have an issue with this section here, which is supposed to be at the back. I ended up cracking into it, so that's a small pain. But that one goes in the back section of the weapon, and it just acts as a shoulder holster, or not holster, a shoulder. What do you call it? Stock. Unfortunate. With the Hexagear Governor Nero, this one, I think he looks really great with this. The little bird head on the shoulder with extra mount. I think that's a good touch, like someone whispering in his ear. And that backpack actually fits exceptionally well. You can take off this back section and then plug it in directly into his back, but then you wouldn't be able to use the bird. That said, it's not entirely necessary. I just thought that would look cool, and I think it really does. So the wing pack works exceptionally well here. All right, and lastly, here is my Master Grade Gundam. This is the Alex, and with this thing, it actually makes it look pretty normal size for a Gundam's weapon. The head put back on it, it looks pretty good. I don't have any place to put the wings, but of course we still do have those. They can plug onto the back of the weapon, like it was plugged into at the beginning, but this is how it's going to be for him. I wish I had the other hands for him. I need to put them on, like, you know, a flat or a grabby type. But it's not too bad. I like the way the scale works. Just with different hands, I think it would be held a little bit better. All right, and so on this one, there are a lot of different places where you can disconnect things and reconnect things. Lots of 3mm ports, lots of 3mm pegs. These ones are very flexible and can be moved in many different directions. Of course, we have more 3mm ports on this. You can mount different things on this one. The wings can be separated and plugged into any of those 3mm ports that you saw. This one is pretty reconfigurable. You can pull that head off rather easily, and then the peg here can actually pull out, and that is where you would mount the frame arm's head or neck. These guys can come out, 3mm ports as well, so you can put anything 3mm port there. Lots of disconnectable parts here as well. You can get this guy off. I really like these little vents. They will definitely be used in the future on other projects. This setup here moves so that you can, see if I can do it. Because this one is, you know, upside down. You'd actually hold it like this, but you have to move this guy out, and this one's kind of a pain. It's a pain to put in and a pain to take out. But something like this, you can mount it on, like I said, the frame arms. These will come out, and you can peg those into the frame arm's arm, or you can just plug it in via this one. You can do it pretty varied on how you would mount it, and that's a cool thing. You know, you can get that many different positions. You do have other 3mm ports on this one, so if you wanted to move that one in advance or backwards, so like it's a thruster. Be careful with this one here. That one broke on me. That's a little unfortunate. But yeah, like I said, a lot of different places to mount different things. So you can have that one here. It's a pretty awesome kit, and this weapon is really cool. Just don't break it. For the price, this one I think was $11.99. Kind of expensive on that front. I forgot you can actually take this one off too. So you can get that one even shorter if you wanted to. Pretty cool there. So $11.99 is pretty expensive for what you're getting here, but for the wings and for this, I think, you know, about $5 a piece is not terrible on a price point. I think there are better ones to be had, but for frame arms or M.S.G kits, I think this is a fair price. I really like these kits. This one is one of the better ones that I've seen, one of the better ones that I put together recently. So I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time, or you'll see me, but more than likely you'll see my stuff. Bye-bye.